DC Multiverse!
How's it going, super friends? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we have the McFarlane Toys Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Ben Affleck Batman Superman action figure on the review bench. This one here is one that I'm sure a lot of us were waiting for McFarlane to eventually produce and release. Just a basic Ben Affleck Batman action figure. On the side, of course, we see Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. And on the back, we have some imagery, the same imagery that we've seen since Square One. This is one of the main promo images for Dawn of Justice. And come on, here he is out of the package looking bat-tastic. Batman comes with 2 batarangs, an extra fisticuff pair of hands, and his bat grapnel launcher, as well as you can see, a trading card, an action figure stand, and a cloth goods cape. So here's the trading card. Obviously, you've been looking at it for a little bit here, and the bio on the back. And what's kind of fun is that this bio right here is different than any other Batman bio, I believe, because you've got a Batman v Superman specific data file here. The batarangs that come with this Batman, they're really thick, like they're huge. And I don't know why they persist on making such thick batarangs. Maybe it's because they feel like the batarangs will break or snap, but this is a rubbery material, so these probably could be made just a little bit smaller. You can see that the batarang does indeed fit in Batman's hand, as does the bat grapnel as well. That's actually a good scale for what we're looking at here, I think. I do wish that the bat grapnel was painted at least, rather than being just black, but this is kind of par for the course with McFarlane Toys. Accessories are usually not painted. At least the small ones aren't. As for the figure itself, I'm super stoked with this. You know, I feel like Batman's torso would be a little bit bigger, a little bit more wider than this, but that also could just be the placement and size of the head. I mean, you know, once I do a boil and pop head swap, maybe the body will look absolutely perfect and the issue will have been the head. But I think overall, this is still more than a fantastic figure. This is the Batman that I was waiting for McFarlane to produce based on the appearance of Ben Affleck. He's got some movie-accurate bat gauntlets, as well as the footwear. The boots are also movie accurate. It's neat to see the wrinkles and the line work and the texture in the suit, and also his chest emblem here, that bulletproof chest emblem, that target that people will shoot at rather than his face, looks pretty good as well. More texture involved there. Some people may feel that the belt is perhaps inadequate because it's just painted gold rather than having the black in it, but honestly, that was the one thing that if I could have changed anything about the suit is I would have made the belt just purely made out of gold, and I like this. I really like this. Again, from behind we see more texture, although I will point out that the wash that we see on the front right here does not continue on the back. It's just your plain basic gray all over the back of his suit. Part of me wonders what this figure would look like if I remove the wash from it. I'm gonna have to get a second one just to experiment with it. The cloth goods cape is quite nice. It's nice and big. There's a lot of cape there. That is like gliding amount of cape. It is that kind of odd fabric where you've got the dots in here. One side has the dots. I'd rather it be smooth on both sides. As for the head sculpt, I'm not quite sure. I'm not 100% convinced that it actually looks like Ben Affleck under there. Certain angles, it does look more like him. It certainly is a very good attempt at recreating Batman's cowl from Batman v Superman. I'm not entirely convinced they get it 100% right, but it is a very good attempt nonetheless. If you're wondering about comparisons, here he is with Superman and Wonder Woman, and I think that he scales okay. I kind of wish he was just a weeny bit more hulking, because Batman against Superman and compared to both of Superman and Wonder Woman was a hulking dude. He was a big guy. And here he is with some other McFarlane Ben Affleck Batman figures. Justice League on the one side and the Flash on the other. And finally, here he is just with some other DC movie characters. Aquaman and Shazam, the Flash, Supergirl, kind of a mishmash of them from all over the place. But now it's time to check the articulation. So let's find out. Batman's head clearly is going to be on a ball peg because they all are with McFarlane Toys. And that actually gets a really good, that's a really satisfying range of motion there. Of course, we have the sockets and then the arms that go into the sockets. And these sockets are really tight. I'm sure they'll loosen up as I go, but the sockets are actually pretty tight, which in my opinion is good because then you don't end up with the arms being all loose and gangly. You've got a rounded hinge, you got the bicep swivel, you've got the double jointed elbows. That's actually pretty darn good. You've got the wrists right here attached with a peg and a rounded joint. Up here in the torso, look at this. You're gonna love this. Look at that. That is great. That's a fantastic amount of articulation. I am loving this. With McFarlane figures, we don't always get that amount of torso articulation. Down here in the back groin, we have that typical style of articulation. Does he have? I haven't checked this yet, so I'm finding out for the first time what exactly he has. Ooh. Nope. Not so good, Al. Not so good. And then we have the double jointed knee joints and the rounded hinge in the ankle. And that's, not bad. And we have toe articulation. My camera just wants to super focus. Back and forth. Back and forth. This is actually a newer camera for me, so you'll have to bear with me. Anyway, so what do I think about this Batman figure? Honestly, love it. I think that this is a great offering for a Ben Affleck Batman. I think that Todd McFarlane waited way too long to make it. This probably should have been the first version of Ben Affleck's Batman that he made, but alas, the wait is over and it was worth the wait because I think this is a fantastic action figure. Big thanks to Todd's team for sending this one on over to me. It's been nice to have a little advanced view of this guy before he hits the store shelves. I don't always have that opportunity, so this has been fantastic. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. Have yourself a super awesome DC day, everybody, and take care. Bye-bye.